YOLOLIV YoloCam S3 Review, DSLR control and cinematic quality in a true plug-and-play webcam.
You know that sinking feeling when you join a Zoom call and everyone else looks crisp and professional while you look washed out, grainy, and lifeless? I lived with that quiet frustration for months. Every client presentation, every team meeting, every content recording session, I would watch my flat, overexposed face in the preview window and cringe. Standard webcams promise HD quality, but the reality is a compressed, artificial image that screams budget setup. The autofocus hunts endlessly. The auto exposure freaks out when your lighting shifts even slightly. You are stuck with whatever the camera decides to give you, with zero creative control. And if you've ever tried using an actual DSLR as a webcam, you know the nightmare of capture cards, dummy batteries, HDMI cables that randomly disconnect, and the constant worry about overheating during long streams. There had to be a better solution that did not require an engineering degree. Have you felt this same webcam struggle? Here is what that ongoing webcam mediocrity actually costs you. Every time you show up on camera looking unprofessional, you quietly erode credibility with clients, colleagues, and your audience. You spend extra hours in post-production trying to salvage washed-out footage. You avoid turning on your camera in important meetings because you're embarrassed by how you look compared to everyone else. You waste mental energy adjusting your position, your lighting, your background, trying to compensate for a camera that just cannot deliver. The Sunday night dread before a big Monday presentation becomes real because you know your video quality will not match the quality of your work. You have tried software filters, virtual backgrounds, and expensive ring lights, but none of it fixes the core problem: your webcam's tiny sensor, primitive autofocus, and lack of manual control. The fatigue of looking worse on camera than you do in real life drains your confidence session after session. Meanwhile, creators with DSLR setups look incredible, but spend 20 minutes connecting cables and troubleshooting before every stream. You are trapped between mediocrity and complexity, and that tension builds every single day.
Then everything changed when I discovered the YOLOLIV YoloCam S3. Do not just pick any streaming webcam. Make sure it has phase detection autofocus and uncompressed video output so you never suffer focus hunting, compression artifacts, or flat, lifeless images again. The YoloCam S3 is what happens when a live streaming hardware company applies professional camera technology to webcam simplicity. One USB-C cable delivers power and uncompressed 4K video to your computer. No capture card, no drivers, no external power supply. But here is what makes it different: true DSLR-like manual controls. Adjust ISO, shutter speed, white balance, and exposure compensation just like a real camera. Apply cinematic depth of field effects and color grading in real time. The phase detection autofocus locks onto your face instantly with zero lag. Suddenly, you have creative control that webcams have never offered before.
3 months in, the transformation is undeniable. My streams, calls, and recordings now have a depth and richness I only used to get from my mirrorless camera rig without any of the setup complexity. The 4K sensor and wide aperture lens deliver exceptional low-light performance and natural background blur. The HDR processing handles my backlit home office window perfectly, balancing my face and the background without turning either into a silhouette. A tech hardware reviewer called the YoloCam S3 the closest any webcam has come to DSLR quality, while a streaming influencer noted the phase detection autofocus outclasses every other consumer webcam. An industry analyst highlighted its genuine production value with real-time color grading and robust manual controls. I have read testimonials from educators who use the 4x zoom for detailed demonstrations and corporate professionals who finally look as polished on camera as they do in person. The most common concern I hear is whether it is worth the premium price compared to basic webcams. Here's the truth. If your on-camera presence directly impacts your income, credibility, or audience engagement, the investment pays for itself in weeks. You are not buying a webcam, you're buying professional visual credibility and creative freedom. The uncompressed USB-C output feeds your streaming software the cleanest possible image before encoding. One realistic limitation, the companion software is functional but still evolving. YOLOLIV regularly releases updates, so expect refinements. What would it mean to finally look as good on camera as you deserve?
Imagine joining your next video call or going live with absolute confidence in how you look. Thousands of content creators, remote professionals, and educators are already using the YOLOLIV YoloCam S3 to deliver broadcast quality video with webcam simplicity. You get 4K resolution, DSLR-like manual controls, cinematic effects, phase detection autofocus, and uncompressed output, all through a single USB-C cable. Full transparency, I am an affiliate, and you will find a link in the description and pinned comment below. If you are ready to elevate your on-camera presence without the complexity of a full camera rig, the YoloCam S3 might be exactly what you have been searching for.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.